So how long do you see? So do you think that we're headed anywhere near? Do you think within the near future, crystal ball, we're all just
right?
We don't know, right? Just our opinion. And this is for everybody. Do we think that we're going to be anywhere? Are we shifting towards a buyer's market?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's just not enough inventory. It's still not enough inventory.
Yep. Yeah, the amount of sales they've done in the past 2 years, it didn't even put a dent in the actual housing that we need.
Right. We don't have enough supply. It's not enough new construction. We're not.
Me and Jonnita argued about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said the same. I feel like we're not anywhere near. I mean, so you want to tell your part or not right now?
I mean, it's up to you, Master Guru.
Go ahead.
No, okay. So this is my thing. I watch the market. Shaka does not watch the market. And what I mean by that is I'm looking at the back end. I'm looking at closed sales transactions. I'm looking at the changes as far as like the days on the market. And I'm looking at the closed sales, where their concessions given, how many days is the house down on the market, plus where their concessions given. Like, do any of these things that we were traditionally seeing in the buyer's market, have they been surfacing again? And what I'm seeing right now is, yes, we're still in this crazy market where you're getting 17 offers per house, crazy appraisal guarantees. However, for like super regular properties, meaning like they're not old properties that damn near look like new construction plus character with high-end finishes. Right. They're like the more regular properties, you're probably seeing like now on average 2 to 3 offers. And then you're also seeing where the houses were on the market longer. And then you're also still seeing where concessions were given. And so to me, I'm just coming from a standpoint of like, I don't know. I do believe that we're softening and plateauing out and kind of just correcting. But at the same time, I'm like, we could be coming back into more of a buyer's market.
I want to rebut that first.
We so far away from
Hold on.
I can't even complete. You see what I can deal with? I can't even get my conclusion here.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? And so this is still all our opinions or whatever. But I do think that we're coming back into a space to where buyers are going to be able to negotiate more terms. Hold on. And one point to that is because a lot of people are doing a lot less to get the job done now too. So like you have a lot more properties that are on the market that got old ass cabinets from the 70s, old ass bathrooms from the 70s. I mean, the only thing that the people are going in here and they're doing is enough to get through the appraisal. So now they have to negotiate terms.
So my rebuttal to that is, first of all, I definitely watch the market. I don't do what she does. So I got just basic indicators for me, right? I don't need, so she dives a little bit deeper. I don't feel like I need to dive that deep right now. So I think that's what you're misconstruing. So yes, you brought up you basically made my point for me. People got lazy and they were able to put shit houses up and get the highest. You can't do that as often anymore. Right. But if you go in, you do a really good job of updating your house, you're going to get the highest value for it still.
In a short period of time.
In a short period of time. And you're going to still get a whole, because you're still, think about this. You may not be getting a lot of showings, a lot of offers, but you're getting a lot of showings. You get what I'm saying? So that means people are still interested. They're just not interested in the shit. Right. You know what I mean? They want nice homes.
The shit's still selling.
It is.
Yeah, but that's why it's not a buyer's market.
You're getting an influx of bullshit. So, like, James, when you get home, tell your wife to log into her MLS, get on there, and when you search whatever you work at the most common, see how many houses are active that have all the bells and the whistles versus how many houses that are active that do not.
Sure.
But that ties back into a few things. So I agree with you, but I just don't agree with the fact that we're going to a buyer's market because the demand is still outweighing the supply, right?
I said it was going to be tomorrow. But I said we're coming back.
Part of why people are not fixing those homes like that is because of the issues with getting contractors in and getting it done in a timely manner. So you say, okay, instead of me doing a complete rehab I'm going to do what's needed because this contractor can be in and out in 3 weeks versus waiting 4 weeks for the contractor and then another 6 weeks for the work to get done.
I disagree.
And then you're trying to look at how much is it going to cost to put into it versus what I'm going to get out. Maybe I just do just enough to get it sold. Because I'm trying to move and buy my next house. I don't want to be tied up with this property.
Or they just lazy, and they just trying to get.
I don't think it has to do with contractors. I don't think it has to do with lazy. I think it has more to do with the fact that they do not have to do it to get it sold.
That's because it's a seller's market.
But hold on, then you're that's counter what you're saying.
I didn't say it wasn't a seller's market. I never said we weren't.
You're just saying it's headed back.
I said we're going back. Yeah, and I think we got to get through a certain amount of softening before that happens, but I do see it coming back.
So I got a spin on this that y'all ain't thought about yet.
Okay. That's why you're here.
So I understand exactly what you're saying. You all actually have very good points.
Right.
But how hard has it been to get a 3% down conventional, a 5% down conventional, FHA, VA? Good luck.
Right.
They don't want to look at it. Cash, conventional.
Yeah.
Now, your 5% down buyers, they're being looked at.
Okay.
They were thrown to the wayside before. Right. Now, your FHA deals that might need a little bit of help with concessions, you can go out to that listing that's been sitting there for 2 weeks that hasn't sold yet and negotiate with that agent.
Right.
That's the softening up part, per se. Yeah. You're absolutely right about that. But I think there's been such an influx of buyers that, quite frankly, have tried as hard as they can for the past 2 years to get into a house, getting absolutely destroyed by better qualified offers.
Right.
And now those people have a fighting chance, and that's going to be your next wave.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second chance buyers. That's what we're going to call them.
I like it.
The people that backed out. In 2021,
they were scared, right?
They was like, 2020 is going to crash, I'm going to wait. 2021, they was like, we back in the game. Then it was like, we not back in the game, right? And then now they're like, we stand a fighting chance. Let's get back out there, team. Right? Sure. So that's like he said, next wave. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're all good points. They're all opinions at the end of the day. There's a lot of speculation as to what's happening in the market. But one thing that I stand by particularly is that I think real estate is still good. I think that we should still be buying. I think that we should still be investing.
Yeah.
And I just don't see us coming into a space to where. But even the crazy thing is, for me, even during a recession, people would ask me like, "Oh, what do you think about the market?" That was like the common question. Like, what do you think about the market? And I'm like, "Shit, I think it's good." What you mean?
I got one. So when it was a few weeks back, I think it was Quicken or one of those companies. They laid off a bunch of their employees, and one of my investors called because he's got 2 Oak Park properties he's working on, and he's like, "Man, is the market going?" And I'm like, "Dude, you still got 8 buyers for every house in Oak Park." And I told him most of those employees probably were hired on to handle the refinance boom. Yep. And since that the rates increased, they're no longer needed. Right? Are you seeing 100%. The same thing?
So anybody that has been heavily focused on refinance, like that button just went off, right? Because it's not there. I mean, no one is refinancing to take out money, or you might have the equity, but no one's giving away that golden rate in the 2 or the 3s.
Right.
And although I'd love to do it for my clients because they pay me to do it, those types of situations, I'm referring them off to people that I know to do an equity line for the home improvements. If they got debt they want to consolidate, that's a better way to do it. You don't mess with that primary mortgage.
Right.
So Quicken is heavily a refinance business. They always have. I think UWM as well.
Yeah.
And listen, there's professionals, whether you work at a bank, a direct lender, a broker, there's good and bad in all of it. But I think a lot of the newer loan officers and some of the companies that always were highly focused on the refinance, those are going to be the situations where you see a lot of people being cleared out.
Right.
Even Caliber, I mean, we're a highly focused purchase company, always have been, and we've had people that we've laid off too, just not as large, not in the numbers as you would see of like a Quicken or a UWM.
Right.